Premier League Tottenham Hotspur vs West Ham United prediction, team news, lineups preview. Fresh from their 6-goal thriller at the Etihad Stadium last weekend, Tottenham Hotspur returned to North London to take on capital foes West Ham United in the Premier League on Thursday night. The Hammers also enter this contest after picking up a point in a score draw with Crystal Palace on home soil last Saturday. Match preview. Many questioned whether an injury-ravaged Tottenham would have the credentials to compete away against reigning Premier League champions Manchester City last Sunday. But Ange Postecoglou's side admirably held their own and salvaged a point at the death in an entertaining 3-3 draw. Son Heung-min bizarrely scored at both ends in the opening 8 minutes before Phil Foden put Man City in front. But Spurs fought back and equalized on the 65-minute mark courtesy of a sweet strike from Giovanni Lo Celso, his second goal in as many matches. Jack Grealish appeared to have won it for the citizens with a strike 9 minutes from time. But Dejan Kulusevski had the last laugh as he rose above Nathan Ake at the back post to head home a 90th-minute equalizer, before Spurs benefited from Simon Hooper's controversial decision to blow his whistle for a foul on Erling Haaland when Grealish burst through on goal in stoppage time, sparking a furious reaction from the home side. Postecoglou praised Tottenham's conviction in the second half to grind out a positive result and avoid a fourth successive loss. And while they remain fifth in the Premier League table, they are only 2 points behind Aston Villa in fourth, although 6 points separate them from North London rivals Arsenal are the top. Tottenham, who have lost their last 2 home games against Chelsea and Aston Villa, are now gearing up for successive matches in North London versus West Ham and 6th-placed Newcastle United in the space of 3 days. And they will fancy their chances of ending their winless streak against the former on Thursday, as they have won 4 of their last 5 home meetings with the Hammers in all competitions, including each of their last 3 by an aggregate score of 7-2. West Ham's 4-game winning run across all competitions has come to an end after they were forced to settle for a 1-1 draw at home against Crystal Palace last weekend. Mohamed Kudus scored his 5th Hammers goal to open the scoring on the 13-minute mark, but Odsonne Edouard rescued a point for the Eagles with a 53rd-minute equalizer after capitalizing on a defensive error from Konstantinos Mavropanos. David Moyes rued the terrible mistake by Mavropanos and was disappointed that his West Ham side were unable to build on their early opener, but they are still sitting in a respectable 9th place in the table, only 3 points behind the top 7 and 6 adrift of Thursday's opponents Tottenham. West Ham will reminisce about their 1-0 victory at Spurs in April 2019, with Mikel Antonio's goal condemning the Lilywhites to their first-ever home defeat at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. However, the Hammers have since failed to win each of their last 4 visits, including 3 defeats. Moyes' men have also had little success in recent London derbies as they have lost 9 of their last 10 such matches in the Premier League, including a 2-0 defeat at Tottenham in February. The only exception during this run was a slender 1-0 win over Fulham in April. Team news. Tottenham's packed treatment room includes Rodrigo Bentancur ankle, James Maddison ankle, Mickey van de Ven hamstring, Pape Matar Sarr muscle, Manor Solomon knee, Ivan Perisic knee, Ryan Sessegnon thigh, Ashley Phillips ankle and Alfie Whiteman ankle, while Eric Dier is doubtful after missing the draw with Man City due to a muscle problem sustained in training. However, Spurs will have Christian Romero available for selection after serving a 3-match suspension, and the centre-back is expected to slot straight back into the heart of the defence at the expense of Emerson Royal. Postecoglou is unlikely to make too many other changes, if any, to his first 11, but he has Richarlison back at his disposal after the Brazilian came off the bench against Man City just 24 days after undergoing groin surgery. Nevertheless, Son, Kulusevski, Brennan Johnson and Bryan Gill are set to retain their places in attack. As for West Ham, Mikel Antonio remains sidelined as he continues to recover from a knee injury, while it remains to be seen if defender Kurt Zouma will feature after having over £100,000 of valuables stolen during a robbery at his family home last weekend. forcing him to miss the draw with Crystal Palace. The Hammers were boosted by the return of star forward Jared Bowen against the Eagles, and the Englishman, who has scored in all 6 top-flight away appearances this term, is expected to lead the line in Antonio's absence. With Kudus, Tomas Soucek and Lucas Paqueta the most likely trio to provide support in the final third. Zuma's potential absence could see former Arsenal man Mavropanos keep his place at centre-back alongside Naef Agurd, while Edson Alvarez and James Ward-Prowse should continue in the engine room. Tottenham Hotspur possible starting lineup: Vicario, Porro, Romero, Davies, Udigi, Bissouma, Lo Celso, Johnson, Kulusevski, Gill, Son. West Ham United possible starting lineup: Areola, Caffel, Zuma, Agurd, Emerson, Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Kudus, Soucek, Paqueta, Bowen. We say, Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 West Ham United. Considering that each of the last 5 games involving Tottenham have seen at least 3 goals scored, and that West Ham have found the net in 10 of their last 11 meetings with Spurs, goals are to be expected on Thursday night. Tottenham proved against Man City that they can battle with the best despite their lengthy injury list, and while West Ham should not be taken lightly by any means, the hosts should do enough to outscore their opponents en route to claiming their first 3 points since October 27. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.